Good morning, everybody. Welcome to program evaluation. I'm actually doing this video because this is going to be our first class meeting. As you know, this class shares the time slot with the seminar class, which is taught on Monday nights by Dr. McCown. And we have agreed on a schedule. And this week, we're actually meeting online. And hopefully, you will be joining Dr. McCown on campus for the seminar class. However, I did want to provide a video to give you some important information about the class and to cover some of the information that's provided in the syllabus. And so you know where to start with the class for this week. So with that, I'm going to go over a little bit of a presentation that I've put together, and I do this for all my classes on the first week of class, so I just wanted to make sure you had this information as well. Okay, so my name is Nilda Romero-Hall. I don't know if I've had many of you in the class or not, but just in case, I'm going to provide some introduction about myself. This is my second semester at the University of Tampa. I am actually an assistant professor in the Department of Education, mainly here to teach in the Instructional Design and Technology program. I got my doctoral degree from Old Dominion University. It was a doctoral degree in education with a concentration in instructional design. And I also have a master's degree from Emporia State University in Kansas. And it's on instructional design and technology as well. My contact information, you can feel free to contact me via email. My email address here in the slide, romero-hall@ut.edu. I actually check my email several times during the day, so you can email me and I will try my best to respond as soon as I receive your email, especially if it's something that's quick and I can provide a quick answer. I will talk about more about hours and things like that, and how long it takes me to reply and all these things here in a bit. But feel free to contact me via email. Here's also my phone number in the office, which is 813-257-3372. And if I'm not in my office, you can feel free to leave me a voicemail. Again, provide me with your name, and if you're in one of the courses, tell me the course that you're in, and then your phone number so that I can call you back. I'm also available via Skype or Google+. I'm normally not signed in through the day, but if you need to make an appointment with me and you're unable to come to campus, I will be glad to meet with you via video conferencing. I have done this with some of my students the past semester and it worked fine. So feel free to add me to Skype and Google+, and then if you have any questions or something, I'll be glad to talk to you via Skype or Google+. I have my office hours for the semester, which are, let me just pull that up right here, are on Wednesdays from 1 to 4 p.m. and then on Thursdays from 1 to 3. Technically, I am in the office, pretty much from 1 until class starts and then from 1 to 3. But I do ask you to let me know in advance that you're coming to my office, because sometimes I have to be out of my office if I want to go to the education office or I'm going to see a colleague or something like that. So please let me know if you're going to stop by. It helps me so that I know for sure that you're coming and I will be there. I also know that these times are not necessarily the best times for everybody. So if you have a different date on the week, which is, it could be Friday, it could be Monday, something like that, I am very open to having an appointment with students. I do tell my students I do prefer if the appointments are in the afternoon, just because I have a 6 p.m. class, and if I have to come in at 9:30, it's a really long day on campus, and then I have 3 hours of teaching. So please beware of those things. Feel free to email me and I'll work with you as far as having an appointment or you coming in during office hours. We're not going to have introductions right now because this is a video that you're receiving, but I hope to meet everybody in the next class we have face-to-face. And if I don't have you for any of my classes, I will want to ask you what is your professional background and how long you've been in the program, so I have an idea of what is your instructional design background. Now, I want to cover the content of the syllabus because I do this with all my students, and I just want them to want to make sure that we are both in the same page as far as what it is expected for the semester. The course description, this course introduces the conceptual issues and practical guidelines for conducting a program evaluation, which is one of the most important parts of the instructional design process. We will define and discuss the concepts and explore the theoretical basis for the various models and alternative approaches to program evaluation. In addition to what it is, the description in the syllabus, I want you to know that for this course, my intent is for you not only to gain the theoretical basis, but more than anything to get the practical application of program evaluation. So you will be conducting program evaluation several times throughout the semester, and you probably have seen some of it already in the syllabus and in Blackboard, but I will talk about it. The objectives to apply the conceptual framework on the theoretical basis for program evaluation by developing a realistic evaluation plan, yes, which is one of your assignments. Develop a comprehensive evaluation design that encompasses evaluation questions, program description, and assessment. Select both an appropriate evaluation methodology and data analysis procedures, and to generate an evaluation proposal for various stakeholders. So you will be practicing, as I said, various forms of program evaluations throughout the semester. Now, the grading policies for the semester. The first part of your grade is going to come out of your participation and professionalism. Then you are going to have, and that's going to be 40 points. Then you're going to have your program evaluation case studies. There are 4 program evaluation case studies. Let me see if I can look at the calendar here. There's 1, 5. Well, there's 5 opportunities for case studies, but I'm giving you one, I guess, opportunity to not focus on a case study. You can use that week to do your readings, but then focus on some other assignment that you may have due sometime soon. So out of the 5 case studies days that are available in the syllabus, you only have to complete 4. And those are 10 points each for a total of 40 points. Then we also have the discussion forum leadership, which is going to be 30 points. You have your formative evaluation data collection report and presentation, which is a group assignment. And I'm going to discuss here in a bit more, and that's going to be 40 points. And then you're going to have your individual meeting where we are going to talk about your program evaluation proposal, and that's going to be 10 points. It's going to be a very simple meeting. You're just going to come to me and tell me a few things, and then you get your 10 points. And then at the very end of the semester, you're going to have a program evaluation proposal. This is going to be an individual assignment, and that's going to be 40 points. Okay, and this should total 200 points, and here I'm providing you with the grading scale for the semester. Now, going over some of the policies for the course. When it comes to assignment, I want to make sure that the assignments that I receive come from graduate students and that they provide, the highest presentation standards. I want it to have correct grammar, punctuation, and spelling. If you have to include citations, make sure you follow the APA 6th edition manual for proper in-text citation and proper reference list citation, okay? Then as far as correspondence policy, I just want to let you know that, like I said, I check email regularly through the day. But, when it comes Monday to Friday, I am, very active on it. On the weekends, it takes me a little bit more time because, as I mentioned to some of my classes, just like you, I have to do laundry, I have to do dishes, I have a personal life. So if you email me on the weekend, please be aware that it could take up to 48 hours. I might be able to get to you on Sunday, I may be able to get to you on Monday. So just please be aware of this. When it comes to information online, I posted all the information for the course on Blackboard. I like to do this at the very beginning of the semester so that you don't have as many questions and to reduce the ambiguity of the course. All the assignments, all the sign-up sheets, everything is on Blackboard. So if you need to sign up for a group, make sure you go on Blackboard for groups and then you sign up for your group. You don't have to do this right now, but I just want to make sure that you know that everything for the course is available on Blackboard. If there's something that's missing out right now, I will make sure to add it through the semester. For example, the case studies. I did not want to post them at the beginning of the semester. I want you to read them as we're going with the course material. So a week before the case studies due, I will make sure to post it online. As far as class attendance, you are all grown-ups, and I expect all of you to participate in the class and to come to class. If you have something and you need to tell me why you couldn't come to class, please do so. But please know that I don't take attendance and that I expect you to be responsible enough to come to class. You will be working in some group assignments, so please be respectful of your group members and be there for them as you go through the semester, because these are things that I will take into consideration as far as points for the group assignments. When it comes to time management, I understand that all of us are extremely busy and that we have many things going on. We have work, we have family, and then you also have school. But please plan your time wisely. If you know you have an assignment, it is best for you to start working on it as soon as possible so that you don't see yourself on the day of the deadline just trying to get something done that doesn't reflect the quality of your work. I can see that when the assignments come through. So plan your time wisely. As far as questions and problems, many of my students already know that I am a very open person and that I understand that things happen through the semester, family emergencies and things like that. So please email me, let me know what's going on, and I'll be sure to work with you if I can't. If it's something that's an emergency, if it's something that's a lack of responsibility on your part, then that's something different. But if it's an emergency or you have a problem or something happened to your computer, a software's not working, something, contact me. I will work with you. The syllabus that I have right now is a tentative syllabus. It is kind of the master plan that I have, but because things happen, like I just said, there could be changes to the syllabus. So if there are any changes to the syllabus, anything in the calendar, in any of the assignments, I will make sure to post an announcement on Blackboard, and that announcement will go directly to your email address, your UT email address. So be sure to check your UT email address regularly. If you have a personal email address, I don't know it, so I would not know how to email you there. Okay? As far as academic integrity, I expect everybody to be honest with their work. I am not going to be policing for academic integrity, but I can tell your writing styles and things like that as we go through the semester. If I notice something that is completely out of order, I will have to address it. And also be aware that, if you're using someone else's work, you're missing out on the opportunity of learning. It is your loss, unfortunately, not mine. As far as cell phone, when we are in class and you have an emergency phone call that you're waiting for, or you have an important phone call that you need to take, take your cell phone, step out of the classroom and take your phone call. Also, when it comes to texting, I know some of you like to text while you're in class. Sure, you can text, no problem. But I don't want you to have, a conversation with somebody while we're in class. Since you're paying for tuition, I expect you to be respectful of the tuition that you're paying, and you try to take advantage of the time that you're in the class. So just keep that in mind. When it comes to diversity, disabilities, emergency information, and sexual harassment, I just wanted to put those policies there in the syllabus so that you're aware of it. And if you need to contact the disability office, or if you need more information on emergencies or the sexual harassment policy for the university, the links are in the syllabus so that you can have that information available to you. Now, going over the tentative course schedule, I've included this at the very end of your syllabus. And as you can see, on January 20th, we didn't have class. It was Martin Luther King Day, so we didn't have class. This week, January 27th, we are online, and hopefully the students that are doing the seminar class with Dr. McCowan are in the seminar class this week. And then we alternate pretty much every week. On the 20th, February 10th, we're going to be online. The 24th, we're going to be online. March 10th, it's going to be spring break, so that week there's no classes. But please, I want you to pay attention to March 17 and to March 24. After spring break, we're going to be online back to back. 1 week, there's going to be a chapter that you need to read and a case study. And then for March 24, there's just going to be a case study due. Then we come back on March 31st and you are going to be submitting your group evaluation reports and you're going to be doing presentations for the class. Okay, so please do keep in mind that on March 17 and March 24, we are going to be online back to back. On April 7th, there's not going to be a class. I'm actually attending the American Educational Research Association conference in Philadelphia, and we will not have class that Monday. On April 14, we're going to be face-to-face, and then on the 21st, we're going to be online. There's only a case study due. There's no specific reading. On April 28, there's no class, and I'm giving you that day because I want you to work on your full evaluation proposal that is going to be due on May 5th. On May 5th, we are actually going to have presentations on your evaluation proposals, and I'll give guidelines for the presentations later on. And then you're also going to be submitting your full evaluation proposal online. Okay, we do not have any synchronous online meetings. All the meetings that are online is going to be you working on your case studies or submitting your case studies those days at your own time and doing the readings for the week at your own time. Okay, so we do not meet synchronously online throughout the semester unless otherwise I make an announcement and let you know that we will be meeting online synchronously. Now I will go over some of the assignments that you have for this semester for your program evaluation class. The first points that you will receive for the class come from your participation and professionalism. When it comes to participation, I would greatly appreciate it if you read the chapters that are assigned for that week before you come to class, because that way we can get the class discussion going, and also if you have any questions that you need to address, we can do so in the classroom with your classmates and with myself. So it works better if you read the chapters before you come to class. Now, I also added professionalism points this semester. When it comes to professionalism points, I refer to the comments that are made to your classmates or to the instructor, and also your overall behavior during the course. I want you to be respectful. I also want you to respect the privacy of others, and you can be very polite when you're expressing difference in opinion, and also just when you're kind of criticizing on commenting on someone else's work. Be sure that you're polite and you're professional. And let's try to avoid bringing up irrelevant topics to the classroom, just so that we keep the discussion, very much related to the topic of the classroom. Another important part of professionalism points is to know that when you're emailing me, it helps me significantly if, one, you include a subject line, two, if you address me, and then if you include some content in your email. So let me know, hey, this is the final draft ready for grading of the assignment that I'm submitting. And this is so-and-so. So I know who's emailing me, why are they emailing me, and if there's an attachment. If you send me an email, I don't know, what this is. This is your final draft, your first draft, something that you want me to look at. I am not going to know what to do with that file, so I might not be able to return your email. So just keep that in mind. It is important to send out professional emails. The second assignment that you will have throughout the semester, and I've already mentioned some of it, is the program evaluation case studies. I have carefully selected 5 different case studies for the semester. However, you only have to do 4. You get to choose when it is that you don't do your fifth, or maybe you don't do the third one and then you do the other two. You get to choose which are the 4 case studies that you want to complete. So for each case study, and make sure to read the descriptions that are on Blackboard. Under assignment, go to case studies, and then you're going to see a Word document attached. Make sure you read the description. But you have to write the equivalent of 2 pages of reflective answers to the case studies. I will tell you which are the questions that you need to address at the end of the case study, and then you just write the equivalent of 2 pages. This can be hopefully double space, or it can be in single space as well, just as long as you get the information that you need to provide and you respond to the questions. You also need to provide 2 reputable sources to support your statements in your case studies, to your answers to your case studies. You need to make sure you include in-text citation of your references, and you include them somewhere in a reference list so I know where exactly they came from. You will then save your program evaluation case studies reflective answers as a PDF file and upload them to VoiceThread. And I will give you a brief demonstration of VoiceThread here in a bit. But you can only upload images, videos, and PDFs. So you make sure you write your reflective case study in Word, save it as PDF, and then upload it to VoiceThread. They need to be posted by the due date at 11:59 p.m. So your very first case study is going to be due on February 10th. Make sure we're not meeting that day, that you use the course time to work on your case studies. You have until 11:59 p.m. to upload your answers to VoiceThread. Once you have posted your answers, there is a 7-day window, or actually might be 5 or 7-day window for you to provide 2 comments requirements, 2 comments to 2 of your classmates, and you have to include at least 1 additional source to support your statement in the 2 comments that you made. Let's say that you want to make 5 comments. That's absolutely fine, but make sure that at least 2 of them are well developed and that include 1 additional source. And you can feel free to do the comments in video, text, or audio. VoiceThread allows you to do so. So just make sure that you have 2 additional comments and that those 2 comments provide additional sources. Now, again, when it comes to doing the comments to your classmates, make sure that you're respectful and that you play nice in your comments. The third assignment is going to be the discussion forum leadership. And this assignment is for 30 points. I feel like this is an assignment more than anything to help the class have a rich discussion those weeks that we're meeting online. What will happen is that as your classmate posts their reflective answers to the case studies on VoiceThread, there's going to be 4 students that week that are going to kind of lead the discussion. They're going to read the postings, they're going to read the comments that the classmates are making, add additional questions, bring in additional sources that you may find online, and just kind of guide the discussion in a positive way so that, everybody's getting some feedback on what they're doing. I will make sure to jump in the discussion forum, but I always like to do this because I think it's interesting to see what your classmates can bring to the discussion as well. Some of the things that you will do in your discussion forum leadership activities is to facilitate the discussion, post thought-provoking questions, add to the discussion postings, provide additional resources. And like I said here in the syllabus, they can be articles, tools, video, images. And then at the very end of the week, what I would like is for those that are acting as discussion forum leaders to post some, like a wrap-up. They're just going to synthesize the week discussion week. So just post a comment kind of providing an overview of the discussions that took place that week in the discussion forum via VoiceThread. Okay, so from the discussion forum leadership, you are going to go over to your formative evaluation, data collection, report, and presentation. Now, The formative evaluation data collection report and presentation is something that's going to happen in connection with the Center for Academic Success. I believe that's what it's called. And what I've tried to do is that I'm trying to give you a real world scenario in which you're actually going to be working with somebody that has a program, an educational program, and they need help doing some evaluation of their program. You hopefully will be contacting a few students and then doing a little bit of data collection from the students. Once you have your data collected from the students, you're going to present that data in a report format, and you're going to submit that report to me, just one person of the group. And then you're going to do a presentation to the class to let us know, what was the topic of your program, what kind of data collection methods did you use, what were the results of the data that you collected, and, what are some things that you learned from your formative evaluation of the program. So you have to sign up to be in a group, and I've actually done the sign up sheet in Google Forms, and I've posted it on Blackboard. So if you know somebody that you will work with, just go ahead and sign yourself up for a group, and then you can start working and getting an idea what it is that you want to do for your formative evaluation of the program. Another assignment that you have, as I mentioned, is the program evaluation proposal topic discussion, and this is only worth 10 points. What I'm going to do is that day, we're just going to have individual meetings. I just want to get an idea of what it is that you want to do your final program evaluation proposal on. And you tell me why you want to do it. Hopefully it's a realistic scenario, something that you feel like will be worth it. Maybe something that relates to your current job, something that you can bring back to the job and say, hey, I did this in the classroom, maybe we can implement it. So it's just going to be a simple conversation, just telling me what it is that you're going to be doing for your final program evaluation proposal, the objectives, the setting, and who are the learners, and why you want to evaluate this program. At the very end of the semester, you are going to have your program evaluation put together. And this is going to be a very detailed plan of the program evaluation that you would like to do. I've posted a sample full proposal in Blackboard, so you might want to take a look at that. Yours might look a bit different because it depends on your program. It depends on what kind of activities you want to do. So just keep in mind that that's just a sample, but you may be doing something completely different for your full proposal. But you are feel free to use it as guidelines. Okay. For the class, we are actually going to have a guest speaker, but she's kind of like the contact person that you're going to use for your formative evaluation data collection report and presentation. Her name is Janice Law, and Janice is the director of the Academic Success Center. And she is the kind of the person that oversees all the programs that I mentioned in the syllabus that you going to be doing formative evaluation on, and she's going to come to class to answer questions about the programs, maybe how you can get in touch with the students, how the program works. I'm currently in the final stages of confirming the day that she's going to be in the class, but as of right now, I have her in the schedule for February 3rd. I will let you know on February 27th. No, I will let you know before February 3rd if she's going to be coming to class or not. If not, I might schedule her for maybe the 17th, or maybe get her to do a video presentation. Hopefully she can come to class on February 3rd, but I will let you know before she does come to class so that you can make a final decision on what program you want to be in, and just get information about the different programs that they have. You might want to listen maybe to her presentation first and then make a decision on the program that you want to evaluate. The textbook and additional readings. The textbook for the class, we're going to have two different textbooks. We're going to have Interactive Evaluation Practice by Jean Keane and Lori Esteban. I want to say that correctly. The publisher is Sage, and I've included a link in the PowerPoint, which I'm going to upload to Blackboard. It is the orangey looking book, and it says interactive evaluation and evaluation practice, mastering the interpersonal dynamics of program evaluation. We are also going to be using planning and conducting formative evaluation, improving the quality of education and training by Martin Tesmer, which is a very practical book. It's very easy to read, and I will recommend you keep it as you go into your instructional design practice. I've also included a handful of additional readings, and they are posted in Blackboard. If you look under additional readings in the Blackboard course, you will see the files that I've added. And what I've done is that I've included the week that you have to read that file in the file name, so it's pretty easy for you to access. Okay. So I've already talked about additional readings to you. Just make sure you look at the week in the file name so you know which week you have to read that reading for. Now, going over the UT Blackboard side, let me see if I can skip. Okay, minimize this. Going over the UT Blackboard side, here's the website for the program. For the class. You have the tools, UT ID, social media. If you click on it, you'll see that it has information on how to join, and I'm sorry, my internet's kind of slow, how to join the UT Google Plus community for University of Tampa Instructional Design Program, the Facebook page so that you can see any announcements, and then you can also, if you're interested, you can follow us on Twitter. We only have a handful of followers. That would be nice. I also have the announcements for the class. And what I try to do is that I keep the announcements here throughout the semester. So I post an announcement, it's going to appear in the announcement thread, and it's also going to go to your email. So if there's a link I send to you or something I posted early in the semester, you can go back to the announcement and still find it there. There's also the instructor contact information. There's a nice picture of myself. Here's my office room, Plant Hall, room 511, my office hours, my phone number, email, Skype, Google Plus information, and then you can also follow me on Twitter. I use Twitter regularly, so you can feel free to follow me on Twitter. I post some things about program evaluation. You can see it. So here's the syllabus and calendar, and you can use the syllabus and calendar file to access a copy of the syllabus. And as of right now, I have version 1. Like I said, if there are any changes to the syllabus, I'll, 1, make sure that I send out an announcement to the students, and 2, I will make sure that I include version 2 here under syllabus and calendar. For the additional readings, this is what I've done. I've included the week when you have to read the additional reading. So week 3, program evaluation, program and project evaluation. Week 4, then week 5. So you know when it is that you need to do your additional readings. For the assignments that require you to be in a group, 1, for the formative evaluation data collection report and presentation, I've added a link so that you can feel free to go ahead and select, maybe the program that you want to evaluate. There's academic coaching, academic exploration, academic skill course, academic tutoring. And like I said, I'm trying to schedule a day with Dr. Lowe so that she can come in and talk to the class about the different programs and what it is that's done in every single one of the programs. But if you have a group of 4, you can go ahead and sign up your group and start getting your group ready for your project. Also, the discussion forum leadership, you can go ahead and select a week and here when it starts and when it ends. So February 10 to the 14th, 28 to the 24 to the 28th, and so forth. And you don't necessarily have to work in a group. It basically means that for that week, those 4 people are going to be discussion forum leaders, and that I will be evaluating their performance as discussion forum leaders. It doesn't mean that you have to meet with each other and plan a strategy or anything like that. You're just being assigned for that specific week. Now, in addition to the sign up for the groups, you also have the assignment. This is the link that you're going to use to make some submissions. Like, for example, if you want to submit your program evaluation data collection report, you click on the title of the assignment, and it tells you how many points. It gives you a brief description. It gives you a full description. Make sure you download this file and read it before you do the assignment. And then you click on browse my computer, select your file, and then you come down and you click submit. So that's how you submit that assignment. But also very important is when you come to the assignments link, you go ahead and download every single document for each of the assignments so that you get the full description of the assignment. This here are just brief descriptions. You want to make sure you get full descriptions of the assignment. So make sure you download this Word documents that are included underneath the title of each of the assignments. As I mentioned, I included assignment samples as well. So I have one for the formative evaluation data collection report and presentation, and then one for the program evaluation full proposal at the very end of the semester. You can download them and then look at it and get an idea. I will come back to VoiceThread, but something else I want to show you is the Adobe Connect link for the class. As I said, I don't anticipate having any synchronous online meetings for the class, but if there was an opportunity to have a synchronous online meeting, I'll probably say, go to Blackboard, go to Adobe Connect, click on the class, Adobe Connect link, and then you will be taken back to your Adobe Connect classroom. And this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go and click it, and some of you may be able to see it. So it's going to ask you for your name, and you just enter Milda, and then it's going to go to the Adobe Connect classroom. And this is what the Adobe Connect classroom looks like. And here in the Adobe Connect, we can meet via chat. You can also unmute your microphones and talk. And then I can share, my screen, or if you're doing a presentation, you can share your screen as well. But this is what will happen if we ever meet via Adobe Connect. Because of the class size, this would be very difficult. 20 students, it will be quite a bit of students in one Adobe Connect classroom, but it is doable, and I don't anticipate right now doing it for the class, but just in case, I wanted to make sure we had the link ready if we needed to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and close that and go back to Blackboard. I also created a Google Plus community for the course itself. Sometimes when we go through the class discussion, we talk about links or important resources that are good to share with the class, little things. And sometimes having that Google Plus community helps quite a bit. Right now, I've added, I think I have one person maybe right now. Oh no, I already have 7 students in there. I would like to add everybody else. So what I'm going to ask of you is for you to add me via Google Plus, and then I can add you to the community. The communities are private, so only the people that are in the community can see the information that is in there. So feel free to add me via Google Plus, and then I'll go ahead and add all the students to the Google Plus community. I've also included links to the UT library, the email addresses for everybody to have them, and then the grade book, which is going to pretty much show your points that you have throughout the semester. I try really hard to get my grading done as I'm going through the semester. I don't like it when I have a pile of grading to do. And as I go to the grading, I will make sure to post points in Blackboard. And, you can feel free to click on grades and you will be able to see, what it is on your gradebook. I can't see it myself because I'm not a student. I'm in faculty mode, but you should be able to click on grades and see how many points you have for each of the assignments. Now I'm going to go over to VoiceThread so that we can do you can view what it is that's in VoiceThread right now. So here's the login to VoiceThread included in them, make it easy for you to log into VoiceThread. And then you have to sign in, of course. I've created a default password for everybody, which is Spartans123, and I'm pretty sure it's going to ask you to change your default password to something else. I've also added everyone that is in this class, EME 640, to the EME 640 group. So we don't have anything right now, but just want to make sure that you know that you've been added to the group. Okay, so let's say I've created my VoiceThread. Let me upload again. And then I select what I want to upload. I'm going to change the title and description. It's basically example EME 640. Save. And then I'm going to go here to my voice, owned by me. And then I'm going to drag it to, where are my groups? I need to see my groups. Here we go. I'm going to drag it to my group. Yep. So now if I go to 640, then you see it there. Woohoo! Okay, so that's how you share a VoiceThread with the group. Just create, upload, and then go to My Voice, and then you click on Owned by Me, and then they're going to appear here. You select the one that you would like to share with the group, and then you just drag it to EME 640. So that's how you share with the group. I'll probably try to do a demo of this in the classroom so it makes it easier for everybody to understand. And if you can try it on your own, that will be great. So that way I know everybody's getting it and everybody knows how to use it properly. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so the next thing I had was a VoiceThread demonstration, which I have done, the Adobe Connect link and demonstration, sharing the Google Plus community for the course. Additional resources which you can find on Blackboard, and sign up for the groups. Something else that I wanted to talk to you about is the file naming convention for the assignments that you have due this semester. It helps me quite a bit when you have the file name in a way that I can very easily identify which person has done the assignment or which group has done the assignment. So what I ask is that when you do your individual assignments, you start the file name with your last name. Then you put the course number, so EME 640, and then you tell me what it is that you're submitting. It just makes it sounds silly, but it's something that really helps me and saves me quite a bit of time. Especially this semester, I have so many students, it just helps me quite a bit. And the same thing for your group assignments. Let's say you are in Team A, you write Team A, EME 640, Affirmative Evaluation Data Collection, so I know who it is that is submitting this assignment. Just nice and simple, nothing too complex. As far as emailing, and I kind of talked a little bit about this as I was going through the syllabus, please make sure to include a subject line. If you can include the course number, even better. Include an email body, and if you need me to see an attachment, let me know that there's an attachment in your email. And if you have several questions that you need to address to me, I prefer it if you combine them into one email. It just saves me from receiving, 5 different questions in one day. I can address all of them, and then you got your email, you got the information, and it's there for you to use it. In the weekdays, like I said, I check email regularly. If you can give me 24 hours, especially the days that I have meetings, meetings just take a chunk of my time, and I would really need that 24 hour to get back to you. On the weekends, I would appreciate for 48 hours. If it's an emergency, make sure you write emergency in the subject line so I know that I need to get back to you as soon as possible. But please be aware that There will be some weekends that I'm not even near a computer, so please understand that I may not be reachable on the weekends. But most of the time, I do check my email, sometimes Saturday, Sunday, and if I can reply back, I will. Sometimes I can't, but just give me 48 hours at least. Okay. And I think, let's see, one more thing, of course, drafts. Last semester, I learned quite a bit from providing feedback to the students, which I absolutely love doing. But given the number of students I have this semester, it makes it easier for me if you provide me with an outline. I can provide your feedback and then a final draft. I unfortunately am not able to provide you feedback as you add different components to your paper. So if it's an outline and then you have your final draft, I will be glad to provide you feedback and let you know that you're going in the right direction and everything seems fine. I just have so many students this semester. Unfortunately, I'm not able to, like I said, for you to do something, me provide feedback, you do something else, and then provide feedback again, and then you do something else, and then I provide feedback. So I trust your judgment. I trust that you're graduate students and that you use the feedback that I give you in the two different stages of your paper, and you use it wisely so that you can get a good grade at the end. Now, I've already mentioned this. There are social media outlets for the students in the program. Google Plus community is a really good way to share information with all the students in the program. Facebook is something that is open to students in the program and other people that are interested about University of Tampa IDT program. I try to post everywhere so that everybody gets the same information. If it's a job or an internship, I'll probably post it mostly in the Google Plus because it's private. It's mainly for our graduates. But other things that may be interesting to the general population, I'll probably post it on Facebook. You can feel free to join the UT IDT Tampa different type of social media outlets. For next week, make sure you, one, read the syllabus so that you can see all the information that I've talked about in this video. Two, read the different assignments and download the long descriptions of the assignments. Don't just go by what's in the syllabus. Make sure you download each assignment's descriptions. Make sure you log into Blackboard so that you're able to get the information that you need from there. I would recommend that you log into VoiceThread so that you know how to log in properly, and when the first case study comes in, you know how to use it properly. And just remember, next week we're going to be meeting face to face, and I will be glad to address any questions that you may have about the syllabus, about the course, about the assignments. And something else that I forgot to add is that for this week, you need to read Chapter 1. Chapter 1 addresses an introduction to interactive evaluation practice. And it's very interesting because I think Dr. Kin's book actually refers more to the interpersonal purpose of formative evaluation and the value that that has in program evaluation, whereas Tesmer, which is the book that you're going to be reading here in the next few weeks, refers more to like practical program evaluation activities that you need to do and things that you need to be aware of. And it's a little bit more focused in the instructional design aspect of it. That's why I assigned this book. It's really not that expensive and it's very practical. So just keep that in mind. And if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to email me.